So, unfortunately for the Atlanta Hawks, we are in a mode where we're inching very closely to must win territory. Now, again, a microcosm of one game and the scope of 82 and things like that. But if the Hawks lose tonight and they're back in Miami, so good job on Friday. They won. We kind of predicted all that. I thought that Portland coming east and all that good stuff, that would result in a loss. Really good win. Dejounte Murray was outstanding, had the game of his life. He scored his most points in his career with 41 points. And then they come back the next night. They're down in Miami. I know the plane didn't land till 2:30, blah, blah, blah. That's all excuses, okay? Because Murray and Trae Young were not good. And while Murray was 5 for 5 from 3 on Friday, he was 0 for 5 from 3 on Saturday. So they dropped one. And again, they made that game sort of close, but they were never in that game. John Collins only played 16 minutes in the game. The bench is shortening. We got a lot of things to figure out. But again, as we said, the Toronto Raptors are only a half game behind the Atlanta Hawks. And while, yeah, Friday night was really good, and going into Saturday, hey, listen, if we win on Saturday, we can move up to the 7 seed. Well, guess what? If you lose tonight and Toronto wins, you're going down to the 9 seed. So again, the season is for this year, it's you got to think about it sort of in a microcosm. Clint Capella, others said, hey, we want to try to get up to number 6 in this, that, and the other. Hey, we had 2 really good days of practice and things like that. But we talked about this last week. Everything is working against the Atlanta Hawks. They're now 2-7 in back-to-backs. Well, guess what happens at the end of the week? They're in Washington on Friday, and then they come home to play, I don't know. Oh, yeah, the Celtics. Oh, yeah, are they any good? So now you got another back-to-back, which you're 2-7 in back-to-back games. You're on the road again. And we talked about this last week. Hey, listen, 1-3, 0-4 ain't going to cut it. Well, you're very much in danger of dropping to 0-2 on this road trip. And the fact is, Miami's got your number. We can spin all these different things and this, that, and the other. Miami's got the Hawks number. They know how to defend their backcourt. And we talked about this, last week and weeks. This backcourt has to lead the way. I can't count on John Collins. I can't count on DeAndre Hunter. I can't count on Clint Capella or Bogey or Sadiq Bey to really step up and win us a game right now. But I can count on my backcourt, because my backcourt is going to dictate how and what and why and everything happens with this team. Like that or not, this is a very backcourt-driven team, and it's what we wanted, and it's what we expected when we went into the season. Hey, Trae and Dejounte, they're the alpha males of this team. They can coexist if they work together and this, that, and the other. And listen, they were outstanding the other night, right? Dejounte on Friday, 41 points. Trae Young was outstanding. It all came together, and they did what they had to do, and they pretty much controlled that entire game against Portland. And then you come back, and I know it was late and all this, that, and the other, but still, it's the way the schedule is. And I understand that the schedule makers have done the Hawks no favors right now with games on the road, 4 games in 2 cities on the road, 2 back-to-backs within a week of one another. I get all that. But if you start fumbling this thing all around, you're going to get in a mode where you're going to have to start winning some games. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone of winning. You're going to have to beat Miami. You're going to have to go on the road and beat Washington. You're going to have to win in a back-to-back scenario. All the things that the Hawks have not done very well over the course of this year and even last year are going to have to start happening. Or the result is, I don't know what your season is. And again, it'll give more ammunition to the idea of we shouldn't have been a luxury tax team. We're not very good, this, that, and the other. It feeds into that narrative. So Hawks better think about, trying to at least get a win tonight. Okay? Find a way to win. It's not been a very easy thing to do in Miami. Certainly Miami has had your number. Certainly they've played really good defense against the Atlanta Hawks. but you better find a way to win tonight, because if you drop tonight's game, you got to win the two in Washington, not one, two in Washington. And then you need to figure out a way to regroup come Saturday and start. And by the way, the Celtics have lost a little bit here recently, right? The Nets beat them the other night. The Knicks beat them last night, I think it was. So they've been able to get tripped up a little bit. Now they're game and a half behind the Milwaukee Bucks. So you're going to have to start handling your business. But we're treading very, very closely to where we're getting into must-win mode. And right now for the Atlanta Hawks, they don't need to be in any kind of must-win mode. I'm saying forget the 6th seed for now. Just try to win as many games you possibly can. And we'll let the chips fall where they do. Maybe Brooklyn's not so bad. Boston's kind of stubbed their toe a little bit. Maybe Cleveland stubs their toe. Miami, if we can get over that hump. Washington's nipping on our heels. At least we don't play the Raptors, who are half a game behind us. So all of the things that we talked about last week in this schedule, it's if you lose tonight, then I'm telling you, you get in a must-win mode, and you're going to have to rattle off some wins, or this season is going to be lost. And I don't consider the 9 or 10 seed to be successful in any stretch of the imagination. Maybe if you can get to 6 or 7 in your seeding, maybe it salvages itself where you only have to play one play-in game. If you win the 7-8 seed play-in game, then you advance to the first round. But if this team is sitting in 9 or 10, that's a disaster right now. That's not where the Hawks want to be. And this season has been everything but anything successful. It's been a failure at this point. All right, let's talk about our friends over at Built Bar. Listen, Built, you want all the protein that goes along with it. Well, Built Bar's got you covered. They've got all the great flavors. They're coming out with new flavors every month. Now, though, besides going to Built.com, you can head over to Walmart, go in the pharmacy section, grab you a box of Built Bars, or you can go to Sam's Club and get you a box of Built Bars. So whether you want to go the brick and mortar route or you want to go online and shop, whatever makes you more comfortable, everything is available to you at either Built.com or Walmart and Sam's Club. So grab your box of Built Bars today, whether you try the marshmallow puffs, whether you try the traditional Built Bars, pick them up either at Sam's Club, Walmart, or go online to Built.com today.